All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is doing great. It's been quite a while since my last video. I'll admit that, but that's all right. I'm just starting out, so it's not like it matters anyway. It's not like I have a big following, so I guess that's a good thing. I guess I can make videos whenever I want. Nobody cares. But anyway, so I figured with the time that I have now, a little bit more time on my hand, that I would do a video about a couple records that I recently got. Well, I'd say a couple. I actually got quite a few. I've been traveling a little bit lately, so anytime I travel, I try to hit up a couple record stores, just kind of, dig through some crates and kind of support the vinyl community in that way. So the two records I want to show today are kind of similar in a way because they come from a pressing plant that, if you know anything about, or if you know a little bit about records, I don't know a whole lot about records, but if you know anything about them, you know that there's something kind of interesting about this particular pressing plant, and that is the Monarch pressing plant in Los Angeles. So a couple weeks ago, I was kind of digging through some crates at a local shop that I just found, and I came across this Bob Dylan record, famous Bob Dylan and the band Before the Flood album. It's a live album, recorded in 1974, and it's kind of a compilation of from different concerts and whatnot. I think some of the songs might even have spliced together, so it's kind of interesting. But anyway, it's not really the point right now. But so I came across this Bob Dylan record, and at first I kind of just passed up on it. When I first heard this record, I wasn't a huge fan of it. And I don't think I'm alone in that camp. Bob Dylan's got a certain style, as he was one to do, change up his voice and everything. But this one, he had a little bit of this kind of powerful upswing on a lot of the songs when he was singing them. And it was kind of off-putting at first, I'll admit that. I didn't really like it, but then kind of after thinking about it, it really does show the beauty of live performances because, when a band goes on tour, they usually perform, a lot of hits and, a lot of songs people know and whatnot. So I think this perfectly encompasses the beauty of what a live performance should be. So what Bob Dylan did is he had a lot of songs that are extremely famous on here. Rainy Day Woman, number 12 and 35, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Lay Lady Lay, Blowing in the Wind. So, litany of famous songs on here that people all know and have listened to for, however long. So he just basically took these songs and kind of did them in a little bit of a different way, which I thought, after kind of realizing that, I definitely appreciate this record a lot more. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm gonna try not to do that so much. So I'm gonna get back. So I passed on it the first time, and then I was in there, like I said, another time, and I found it. I saw it again, and I was like, well, let me just check this thing out. So when I was looking at it, I noticed something in particular that caught my eye, and this is a 1974 Asylum record. You can see the little door, whatever that is, up in the clouds floating up there. So you see the catalog number right here. So you have side 4, you have the catalog, number, and then you have an MON below it in parentheses. You probably can't see it well here, but it's that little, MON right there below it. That signifies that it is from the Monarch pressing plant in Los Angeles, and there's a couple more indicators. They're in the dead wax. There's an MR that's circled, which I think also signifies that it is from the Monarch pressing plant. So with that being said, like I said, I'm not going to try to go down the route of debating the superiority of a Monarch pressing. I personally really enjoyed this record. I've listened to it in other formats. This is by far the best I've ever heard this live recording. I don't know if that's to do with just the vinyl in particular or because it's a Monarch pressed record. But there was a certain fullness about it that is kind of hard to describe, but it really did just kind of fill the room. And the bass was well balanced, the highs, the mids, everything just seemed well balanced, good quality, quiet vinyl for it being an original release. Like I said, a little bit of ring wear kind of on the sleeve here, but I'm not one to really fret about the condition of a sleeve unless it's you can't even tell what it is. But yeah, just an incredible record. I think a quality pressing, definitely one I'll be listening to over and over again as much as I can. Yeah, like I said, that's the first one. It was kind of cool just to have found it, digging through a bin, and I think I probably paid maybe $5 for this record, maybe. So, definitely for me a great deal. Like I said, I'm kind of growing my collection, so this is just great. This is exactly why I go and dig through bins for a couple hours at record stores, which I'm sure most of you maybe do or don't do. I don't know. But anyway, so the second record I want to show, another live album, and that is Eric Clapton's Rainbow Concert, which I think, let me see, was released. Okay, this was released in '73, so this is kind of this would have been after Layla and kind of, I think, in between his first solo record. Like I said, Clapton's put out a bunch of live records, especially around the 70s and the late 60s, and so this is kind of one of the more famous ones. This was kind of like a super group here. So it was it had Eric Clapton, Pete Townsend from The Who, Ronnie Wood, Steve Winwood, who he's with Blind Faith. So yeah, kind of a super group. Like I said, Clapton's got a lot of live albums. A lot of people kind of review this one as being a so-so live album. I enjoy it. Like I said, it just kind of shows the beauty of live material, live recordings. You get to hear famous songs done in a different way, so that's kind of cool. I enjoy that. So, it might not be the cream of the crop, Clapton live experience, but definitely a pleasant listen. So it's gatefold here. Let's see. Got Pete Townsend right here. Clapton. I think that's Ronnie Wood. But that's probably, this dude over here is probably Steve Winwood. So yeah, this is an RSO. Let's see. Let me get it out here. Let's see. Yes, RSO label, so it's got the little Red Bull looking thing there. And then, so this one, I could tell it was a Monarch because I think there's the MR in the circle and the dead wax. But if you were just kind of, looking at the condition of the record, in the store, and you couldn't quite see the dead wax there, there's an MO. Oh, that's a bad glare. I don't know if I can get rid of that. So you have the catalog number kind of right below the track list. Right at the end, there's a dash and then an MO, which is also a way to signify that it is from the Monarch pressing plant in Los Angeles. So yeah, these are just two records. Like I said, found them digging through a bin at a local shop. Didn't pay like anything at all, for them basically. And I think for the money, just quality sounding record. Like I said, yeah, I think that's just kind of one of the fun things about going to record shops, looking, you never really know what you're going to find, so that's kind of cool thing about it. Well, anyway, that's it. Like I said, I've got a lot of records that I picked up recently, kind of some more neat little gems that I found, kind of looking through, that I will kind of maybe break down, do a little review of those, kind of show those. But yeah, that's it. So if you want, you can leave a like, subscribe, comment on maybe how you found the channel, or what kind of records you like, what kind of music you're into. Maybe if you have any other kind of unique, rare, not unique or rare, but I don't know, whatever you want. You can comment, don't comment, I don't care. Yeah, anyway, so I guess I'll see you all soon.